Okay, I'm going to talk to you about development, which is the next stage after your ideas. So you finished all of your ideas, and the next stage is you're going to take those ideas further and develop them into more refined and more exciting ways forward. So what actually is development in graphics? Well, there are several different ways in which you can show development, and in this presentation I'm going to show you how other students have done it and how best to explain your ideas in the development stage. So development is basically you developing the best ideas into a possible final piece. There's going to be some of your ideas which you're not going to want to use, and you're going to want to delete those and move on to the better ones which you think are going to be more interesting. So you can develop some of your ideas, one of your ideas, or combine together the two best ideas. Don't worry if your ideas aren't perfect at this stage, you can refine them later in your final plans. So there are several different ways in which you can show development. So this student here has done their ideas pages, okay, and they've done some palm trees. So that's one of their ideas, that's the previous section. The developed side is they've taken those palm trees and they've improved them, they've made them better. So there's several different ways in which they've done it. They've changed the colours, they've changed the materials, they've changed the arrangement, and they've explained what they've done there as well. Okay. This student has taken some of their original ideas and then they've started to take them forward and put them on different paper and combine them together and improve them. Okay, so they've made them better and combined together different materials. So, ways to show development. So recreate the images with a more professional finish. That's one way of doing it. Change the colours. Change the method and materials used. Change the arrangement of the objects, so they can be above, below each other. Use negative space by showing more or less background. Change the height, angle and viewpoint of your image. Crop the arrangement and the composition to focus on just a small section. Try different backgrounds. Think about meanings. What are you trying to say in the work? Consider adding text or a message to your work. So those are some different ways in which you can develop your ideas further. So I'll show you some examples of those in a moment. So when you start doing your development, you want to have a think about how you're going to arrange them on the page. So clearly a title needs to go at the top of the page, labelling developed, which area or part of the theme you want to look at. You want to explain your ideas. I have chosen to develop my ideas and my images of because I'm thinking this could successfully form part of my final piece by. I plan to explore the theme of so-and-so whilst also mixing in the artistic styles of so-and-so and bring out methods and materials of such. Within this development section I've created this. My preferred pieces are here. I'm moving forward because I plan to, moving into your final pieces. Explanations be good. So supporting photographs may be taken from the internet, maybe some different artists might be quite good. Maybe 3 or 4 different images that you've developed from those ideas. They can be duplicates using colour variations. So if you've got one picture and you change the colour of the object or the person or the background, that could be a way of doing it. Okay. Obviously, if you're doing this digitally, it would be easier to change the colours each time because it might just be one click of the button. But you could take a photograph of a piece of your work and change it on your phone. So here we've got those examples, so how you might start to arrange them. So photographs that inspire the development, and then an image of a developed idea, an image of the above idea developed further using different materials, methods, layouts, etc. And again, so maybe some screenshots might be quite useful if you're doing something digitally, some more development, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 bits and pieces, and an explanation about your development. So here's that example again of how that student went about it. On the left hand side are their palm tree ideas, and then there's developed ideas on the other side. They've done 4 developed ideas. They've added text, they've changed the background colour, they've changed the materials. And again, there was that other example there. They used the artist style, the John Bergman style. Okay, there was their artist sheet there at the top. That's one of the bits they did earlier. There's some of their ideas in this section, and then in the development they've brought together the John Bergman style and the images they did in their ideas to put together into that sheet. So try a range of other materials and media, for example chalk and oil pastels, pen and ink, collage, montage. Try other techniques like printmaking, monoprinting, lino printing. Use only techniques and media that are relevant to your theme or topic, so make sure that you're not going off on a tangent that doesn't work. Annotate your work, so describe what you're doing and the things you're doing. Create new images and ideas using the materials and media that you explored. Create images of your own in the style of your theme or designer. Remember, you develop your ideas using your artist and designer's style. So look back at those artists that you did back in that section and make sure you're using some of those styles in this development stage. Okay, so this is where you want to be going next with the development. Try to make sure you're doing as much as you possibly can. After this stage, you're going to be thinking about refining those ideas into a final piece. So again, almost see it as though it's a funnel. You're starting wide at the top with lots of ideas, and as you get closer to the end, you're getting rid of certain parts and you're making sure that you are getting closer to the final piece, where that's the colours, the style, the look, and the arrangement of all of those pieces. So look back at this page, the beginning. What is development? Look at those things. Look back at your ideas and start to try and see whether you can make them better. That's what you should be doing. As you move forward and get towards more at the end, you're making your work better and improving it each time, either by changing the background, the text, the image, etc. So if you're doing a piece of work on the main image of your piece of work, maybe you're making it bigger, maybe you're making it smaller, maybe you're focusing in on a smaller part of the image. Where is the text going to go in relation to that main image? Is the background too bright? Is it too dull? Try and change it around so that you're showing different ways. You get a lot of mileage out of changing lots of different elements and explaining why you've done those things. Okay, so make sure you're doing it. Don't assume when people look through your sketchbooks that people are going to be able to understand it unless you describe it. So try to make sure either in a sentence or in a couple of sentences why you've done it the way you have. Okay, I'll be talking next about your final plans and your final pieces in the next video, but hopefully this gives you a really good idea about what development is in graphics. Thank you very much, everybody.